Going back to Philly. I don't think so. Going back to Philly. Philly. Going back to Philly. I don't think so. Potential small losers all salty like the ocean. Going back to Philly, where craniums are pounded, busted, encrusted in the hot morning sun. Going back to Philly, pandering, philandering, slandering, gerrymandering. Always brush your teeth. Going back to Philly. Going back to Philly. I don't think so. Going back to Philly. Going back to Philly. I don't think so.
No way, you're not going back to Philly.
American culture grants us the tendency to look down upon failure, to be embarrassed by it, and to avoid it at all costs. It is something that we all secretly fear, and though everyone knows people that have failed at some point during their lives, we all hope that it won't happen to us.
This is a one-of-a-kind piece. There's no other one like this particular one in the world.
Failure itself is viewed differently throughout the world. In Asia, it is considered something to be ashamed of and hidden from everyone, while many European countries are trying to create various social welfare systems to help protect their citizens from failure altogether. In Japan, failure is viewed as being one of the worst fates of all, causing many to choose to take their own lives rather than bear the shame. Failure is unwelcome in most countries, but the truth is, in America, it has become a sort of rite of passage for successful individuals. We seem to draw more respect for those people that have made a name for themselves out of nothing, and they help us to see the upside of failure. The fact of life is that we will all fail, and it may change us for the better, but only if we have the courage to accept our defeat, learn from our mistakes, and get up and try again. We should not anticipate failure, but perhaps accept that it is a natural course of life that will help us in the long run. Human nature tells us that failure should be embarrassing, denied, and hidden from the world, when in fact, failing is essential to achieving success. We should learn to embrace failure and accept that it is simply a formality along the road to victory. We hear these types of stories all the time. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team the first time he tried out. He is now one of the most well-known and possibly the greatest player in the NBA. The same goes for J.K. Rowling, one of the wealthiest women in the world and author of the best-selling Harry Potter novels, who started writing her ideas down on napkins in coffee shops because she couldn't afford to buy paper. These are the drastic cases, the extreme rags to riches stories, and while our successes may not be quite as grand or as widely publicized, they are still just as important. Students especially are haunted by the possibility of failure. We all fear rejection, the possibility that we will not be successful, and that we will only be met by college rejection letters, and that we will be unable to make something with our lives. Yet in all honesty, the likelihood of this happening directly relates to whether or not we let it happen. We are constantly surrounded by people working to help us achieve our goals, and working to prepare us so that we will not be forced to face the devastation of total rejection. With failure becoming so prominently featured as a major stepping stone for today's success stories, now more than ever we are prepared to take on the outside world and make something of ourselves, keeping in mind that we will fail, knowing that we will have the potential to pick ourselves up and try again.
You are very funny, sir. I bet you meant to put that in the trash can.
Yeah. Sorry. Here's David Getchell winning the primaries in the round of debate. 1, 2, 3 times he has won primaries in the local debating center for his Democratic Party. David Getchell winning support in the community with the home troops at home, and it is always a spectacle. In this upcoming election, vote for David Getchell. Just stick on the check mark on your old piece of paper for David Getchell. It's our clip of the week.
I won on the first course I won! Where's Ned?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you happen to have $2.50 on it? I want to show you a magic trick. Same.
And I'm grinding until I'm tired. They say you ain't grinding until you tired. So I'm grinding with my eyes wide, looking to find a way through the day, a light for the night. Dear Lord, you done took so many of my people. I'm just wondering why you haven't taken mine.
Yeah, I was on my way up to the vending machine to get some clodhoppers when I saw him. He's a mess. I've never seen anything like it. It's just completely crumbled.
Son, I want some tacos.
Like, all I can give you is, you want one of these?
No, I want any of those. I'd rather just go through the trash and find some tacos. I'm so hungry for tacos. Just want something to eat. I can't find any tacos. I guess I'll just search a different dumpster. Just
They didn't have any clodhoppers, by the way.